Hello friends, welcome to my new data structures and algorithms in Java tutorial series video. Friends, in this tutorial we will discuss about the implementation of the undirected graph using adjacency list. So friends, in our previous tutorial we discussed about the representation of an undirected graph through an array of linked list. We also discussed that how this undirected graph can be represented into an array of linked list. So friends, in this tutorial we will look into the code and see its demonstration step by step. So here is the code to implement a graph using an array of linked list. So we will see the working of this code step by step through animation, and we will see that how we can represent this undirected graph into an array of linked list. So let's start. So in the step 1 we initialize a graph and we pass in the number of vertices the graph can have. So here if you see, this undirected graph has 4 nodes, therefore we are passing the value as 4. So into the constructor the value of nodes is 4. So in the first step what we do is we have taken this instance variable which is nothing but an array of linked list. So we initialize this array of linked list with the number of nodes. So it would look something like this. That here you can see an array of linked list. So as currently the linked list is not being initialized, so they point to null. Moving ahead. So then we provide a for loop and we iterate over each and every vertex, and to this array of linked list it will initialize the linked list to each and every index. So as I starts from 0, therefore at 0th index it will initialize a linked list. So it would look something like this. Currently linked list is empty and head is pointing to null. Moving ahead. Then I becomes 1. And similarly at the index 1 it will initialize a linked list. Moving ahead. I becomes 2. So at index 2 it will again initialize a linked list. And similarly at the index 3 it will initialize a linked list. So now I becomes 4, therefore the condition in for loop comes out to be false because 4 is not less than 4. So friends, here we have created an array of linked list, and to each index we have a separate linked list. So here you can see from vertex 0 to vertex 1 there is an edge. So we'll call this add edge method and we'll pass the value as 0 and 1, stating that there is an edge between 0 and 1. So friends, value of u is 0 and value of v is 1. And also in our previous tutorial we discussed how we can represent an undirected graph into an array of linked list. So what we do is, as there is an edge from 0 to 1, therefore at the 0th index linked list we add 1. So first we get this linked list at the 0th index and add 1 to it. So it would look something like this. That at the 0th index linked list we are adding 1. Moving ahead. And similarly, as this is an undirected graph, therefore from vertex 1 there is an edge to vertex 0. Therefore to the linked list at vertex 1 will add the value 0. So it would look something like this. So here it represents that from 0 there is an edge to 1. So the linked list at 0th index has an edge to 1, and similarly here you can see from the vertex 1 there is an edge to vertex 0. So it is represented by the linked list at index 1 has a value 0, which signifies that there is an edge from 1 to 0. Moving ahead. Then we can also see that there is an edge from 1 to 2. So we call this add edge method by passing 1 and 2. So in the first step what we do is, the linked list at index 1 we add the value 2. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead. And similarly the linked list at index 2 we will add value 1. So at index 2 we will add the value 1. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead, now there is one more edge from the vertex 2 to vertex 3. So this can be demonstrated as, to the linked list at index 2 we will add the value 3. So here to a linked list at index 2 we will add the value 3. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead, and as it is an undirected graph, therefore to the linked list at index 3 we will add the value 0 2. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead, so in the last step there is one more edge from the vertex 3 to vertex 0. So we'll pass the value as 3, 0. So in the first step what we do is, the linked list at index 3 we will add the value 0. So it would look something like this. Moving ahead, and similarly the linked list at index 0 we will add the value 3. So friend, this is the code to implement an undirected graph through an array of linked list. Here you can see that each and every node is been represented by an index of this array, and in order to represent an edge we simply add those values into the linked list of that particular index. So here you can see that from 0 there is one edge to 1 and one edge to 3. So at the linked list at 0 index we are adding 1 and 3. So this is a type of a metadata which can help us to know that okay, from 0 there is an edge to 1 and from 0 there is an edge to 3. And similarly if I take this vertex 2, there is an edge to 1 and there is an edge to 3. So the linked list at index 2 has 1 and 3. So friend, this is how we actually represent a graph into an array of linked list. In my upcoming tutorial we will actually code this implementation into Eclipse and see it's working. I hope you like this video. Thanks, have a nice day.